He must keep you constantly amused till I get back, which I fear won't be early. This is what we call manners, you know. To invite a fellow creature to travel 150 miles to spend 2 days here, and then to turn him out before he's been in the house an hour. It's us, that is. But the truth of the matter is, this birthday business might be a bit serious. Might easily cost me 50 quid and no end of diplomacy. If you were a married man, you'd know that 10 plagues of Egypt are simply nothing in comparison with your wife's relations. And she's over 80, the old lady. I'll give you 10 plagues of Egypt, Mrs. Brindley menaced her spouse, as she wafted the boys from the room. Mr. Loring, do take some more of that cheese if you fancy it. She vanished. Within 10 minutes, Brindley was conducting me to the doctor's, whose house was on the way to the station. In its spacious porch he explained the circumstances in 6 words, depositing me like a parcel. The doctor, who had once, by mysterious medicaments, saved my frail organism from the consequence of one of Brindley's Falstaffian nights, hospitably protested his readiness to sacrifice patients to my pleasure. It'll be a chance for McElroy," said he. "Who's McElroy?" I asked. "McElroy's another Scotchman," growled Brindley. "Extraordinary how they stick together. When he wanted an assistant, do you suppose he looked about for someone in the district, someone who understood us and loved us and could take a hand at bridge? Not he. Off he goes to Cooper or somewhere, and comes back with another stage Scotsman named McElroy. Now listen here, Doc. A charge to keep you have, and mind you keep it, or I'll never pay your confounded bill. We'll knock on your window to-night as we come back. In the meantime you can show Loring your etchings, and pray for me. And to me, here's a latchkey." With no further ceremony he hurried away to join his wife and children at Bleakridge Station. In such singular manner was I transferred forcibly from host to host. 2. The doctor and I resembled each other in this, that there was no offensive affability about either of us. Though abounding in good nature, we could not become intimate by a sudden act of volition. Our conversation was difficult, unnatural, and by gusts falsely familiar. He displayed to me his bachelor house, his etchings, a few specimens of modern rouge flambe ware made at Knype, his whisky, his celebrated prize-winning fox terrier, Titus, the largest collection of books in the Five Towns, and photographs of Marischal College, Aberdeen. Then we fell flat, socially prone. Sitting in his study, with Titus between us on the hearthrug, we knew no more what to say or do. I regretted that Brindley's wife's grandmother should have been born on the 15th of February. Brindley was a vivacious talker. He could be trusted to talk. I, too, am a good talker, with another good talker. With a bad talker, I am just a little worse than he is. The doctor said abruptly, after a nerve-trying silence, that he had forgotten a most important call at Hanbridge, and would I care to go with him in the car? I was, and still am, convinced that he was simply inventing. He wanted to break the sinister spell by getting out of the house, and he had not the face to suggest a sortie into the streets of the Five Towns as a promenade of pleasure. So we went forth, splashing warily through the rich mud and the dank mist of Trafalgar Road, past all those strange little Indian-red houses, and ragged empty spaces, and poster hoardings, and rounded kilns and high smoking chimneys, uphill, downhill, and uphill again, encountering and overtaking many electric trams that dipped and rose like ships at sea into Crown Square, the centre of Hanbridge, the metropolis of the Five Towns. And while the doctor paid his mysterious call, I stared around me at the large shops and the banks and the gilded hotels. Down the radiating street vistas I could make out the facades of halls, theatres, chapels. Trams rumbled continually in and out of the square. They seemed to enter casually, to hesitate a few moments as if at a loss, and then to decide with a nonchalant clang of bells that they might as well go off somewhere else in search of something more interesting. They were rather like human beings who are condemned to live for ever in a place of which they are sick beyond the expressiveness of words. And indeed, the influence of Crown Square, with its large effects of terracotta, plate glass, and gold letters, all under a heavy skyscape of drab smoke, was depressing. A few very seedy men, sharply contrasting with the fine delicacy of costly things behind plate glass, stood doggedly here and there in the mud, immobilized by the gloomy enchantment of the square. Two of them turned to look at Sturdy.